Hey, Lauren here, wanting to talk to you today about why you can't orgasm in front of your partner and how you can start to move towards that. Because the female orgasm is a universe all of its own. Okay, it doesn't have clear lines, doesn't necessarily originate in the same part of the body every time we experience it. It can come, it can go, it can be strong, it can be weak, long, short, pulsing through us or missing completely. So I want to say from the outset that orgasm isn't necessarily necessary for enjoyable sex, but it's something that we humans are intrinsically driven to grasp for. Like we want it. So whilst there's a good proportion of women out there that don't experience orgasm in any situation, my work with women has shown me that there are plenty of women that are able to orgasm on their own but are unable to with their partner. It's more than I ever realized. So I wanted to take the time today to explore what's going on for you internally and to propose what you can do to experience this act of elation, this act of opening, this act of vulnerability with the person that you love most. So the focus here is on having your orgasm witnessed or seen by your partner, not what he can do to make you come, if that makes sense. So I've found that this issue really isn't about the skills in sex. It's not about the ability for him to have to facilitate your arousal and to get your orgasm out. The block here is more about you holding your own orgasm back. So one of my catch cries is sex skills are easy to acquire. Okay. Changing your feelings about letting go, being seen, and in pleasure is a much more challenging endeavor. So let's look first at what's holding you back. So one thing is you probably don't allow yourself to get close enough to arousal in sex because you speed it up to get it over and done with. So this might be happening because you've given up on the possibility of there being more in it for you, which is an incentive to go back to sex, and you've become kind of a passive member of your own sex life. Another reason is that if you've pretended or faked orgasm for a long time and your partner doesn't know it, you can feel like it's too late now to fess up and say it's never happened. And there's no easy answer to this one, but it's becomes pretty apparent how it's hard to practice your real orgasm with your partner when the expectation has been established that it always happens. Okay, so that one's completely up to you how you want to confront that one, if you want to confront it at all. Another reason is that self-pleasure is frustration-free. Partnered sex is a lot more ambiguous. So women who self-pleasure are usually very familiar with their pathways to heightened arousal and orgasm. They know what to do, how to do it, and if they feel like their partner's fumbling about or not very confident, then they can start to see that as the status quo and just accept that for being their sex life. Okay, so often there, just check in with yourself if there's a block around communication and whether you have a fear of vulnerability around asking for what you want or informing your partner of what you need with your words. Another reason that your orgasm can be held back is that you have a fear of being seen. So women who are able to orgasm on their own but not with their partner might feel unsafe being seen in this way. But the twist is that we so want to be seen and adored, but your orgasm kind of has begun to exist in a category of its own. So what can be happening is that you don't want to be seen in the ultimate act of letting go and surrender. This kind of connects with it, but maybe you just don't want to lose control, or that's how you feel about it. You don't want to lose control in that way. Your orgasm might be a piece of your personal puzzle where you feel if you let go, then your sense of control is threatened. Okay, if you've revealed all of yourself to your loving partner, then your orgasm might be one piece that you just want to keep for yourself. And you might not be conscious of that, but just have a think about it. So here's what you can actually do. First thing is, start to see yourself in orgasm. The next time you're self-pleasuring, if you haven't already, use a mirror to witness what your face looks like in orgasm. I've found that a lot of the fear around being seen in orgasm stems from an assumption of what you look like when you're in orgasm. So this action kind of quells that fear and lets you see what you look like experiencing pleasure, which isn't weird. In fact, we all kind of look really similar and pull very similar faces when it comes to orgasm. So when you can own your orgasm and how you look, you're in a much better place, a much more comfortable place to allow someone else to see it. Another thing you can do is start to take your time. If you've been hurrying through sex with your partner, you need to start giving yourself permission to take your time with arousal and orgasm in sex. If you're in the habit of making sex fast and getting it over and done with, then there's probably not enough space and time for you to move towards your orgasm. If you really want this to happen, and you see it as creating and forging that deeper bond with your partner, then you need to give yourself the space and the patience for your orgasm to reveal itself. So bring in everything that you've learned from self-pleasure and replicate it in the bedroom with your partner. Another one is, the last one, is mindset work. And that's an ongoing theme of what I'm here to talk to you about. Your best allies will be phrases and mantras such as, it's safe for me to be seen. It's safe for me to let go. My orgasm is natural, real, and a display of my power. I am worthy of feeling this level of pleasure with my partner. So what you say to yourself about your orgasm will influence how you feel your orgasm. Hopefully you don't need these words as you're moving closer to orgasm because your brain's kind of switched off, but you might want to use them as your arousal is building, just to help keep you in a state of being open and receptive. But being seen in orgasm is a fabulous way for couples to deepen their bond. And when you get that rush of oxytocin and look into your partner's eyes, it cements your connection. So orgasm in sex doesn't have to be simultaneous or only via penetration. It just has to be real, warm, and above all, followed in the name of pleasure. Enjoy revealing your orgasm to your partner. I'll see you soon. Bye now.